Let's scan a network. I'm going to go to nmap.org. This is an open source, very popular network scanning program. We're going to get Nmap 7.95, the current one when I recorded this. We're going to get to Windows for me. We want this one, the latest stable release of the Stealth installer. We're going to download that. This again is another one of those programs where you just double click and let it roll. There's really no changes to make. And we agree. There's really nothing here you have to turn on or off. I already have npcap installed, so that's not checked in. Now click next, next, and it gets rid of the old version and is putting in the new version. Click next. Do I need a desktop icon? I don't, but you could put one in if you wished. I do want it in the Start menu folder so I can find it. And finish. If I go to Start and type in Nmap, it's going to bring up Nmap dash, I should bring this down a little bit, Nmap dash Zenmap GUI. So go ahead and launch that. And there it is. It's called Zenmap. The GUI version of Nmap is called Zenmap. Well, now the next thing to do is find the target. How do we find the target? Well, one of the first things we're going to do in this is just scan ourselves. Your local computer is called localhost. And if we do the intent scan, we could be here for a while. So I think the directions say, yep, intent scan plus, quick scan plus. There it is. So then we click scan. And this is going to run a scan against our local computer. Usually doesn't take very long. Well, you can see I came up with all sorts of information about me. Likely that I'm a Windows computer. It didn't exactly find exactly what kind of Windows computer I have. But if I had done a heavier scan, it may have, like intense scan, for example. Well, that's fine. We know that it works. We're going to go to Start, type in CMD, and bring up a command prompt. We need to know the IP address of our computer, and from that we can determine the network address. So we do ipconfig/all. ipconfig/all is our friend in networks because it gives us everything. I'm going to look here. VirtualBox, host-only Ethernet adapter. We will never use this. This is a fake IP address. It doesn't actually exist. This is the IP address that VirtualBox uses to attach to your network adapter. This is a real adapter. It has an IP address right here, 130. It has a subnet mask. It has a gateway, a server, DHCP server. We'll learn more about all this later on. Normally, most of you are going to have a Class C subnet like this. So this part, these first three say that these first three parts are my network address. So my network is 192.168.9.0. 1 through 254 are legal addresses in this type of network. 255 is used for broadcast addresses. And most of you will have that. So I'm going to go up here and change that to 192.168.9.0, which designates my my network address /24. When I click scan, it starts doing things. It'll come back in a minute. Well, it came back and it gave me all kinds of information about my network. For instance, this is my router. Doesn't really say what it is. Oh, it does right here. TP-Link. It's a TP-Link router, but that's really all it says, is that it's a TP-Link router. I knew that. Here's my server, 192.168. Well, it does think that it is a Windows anyway. It doesn't say specifically. It thinks it might be a server 2022. It's actually server 2022. Yeah, that's actually what it is. Here's another one. I'm not sure what this is. It's a love box, apparently. Sometimes it doesn't give you enough information to know what's going on. Expressive. Oh, that's my little Internet of Things device out in my breezeway that sends me temperature. So that's what that is. And sometimes you can figure out what everything... Oh, that's my TV. There's Vizio TV. Don't know what this is. Belkin Wemo. Oh, turns my light on and off in my living room. So this basically gives you an idea of all the devices on your network. That's what Nmap is for. Finding out who is connected to your network.